I'm Texas football coach Mack Brown, and you're watching Big12Sports.com.
Welcome to this week's Big 12 Report, and if you've noticed from the opening graphic, we have a title sponsor. We'd like to welcome Dr. Pepper, who will be presenting the Big 12 Report from here on out. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, joined by my co-host Sean Dorey. And Sean, we kind of missed you around here last week, but I think you had basically an excused absence, right?
Well, Wendell, I'm not sure this excuse would have flown in high school, but I got to spend the week down in San Antonio watching an exciting week of soccer action. 6 of those 7 matches at the Big 12 Championship were decided by 1 goal, and the title game came down to the final 10 seconds. In those final 10 seconds, Texas A&M's Megan Majewski scored the lone goal of the contest to give Texas A&M a 1-0 victory over top-seeded Oklahoma State. The Aggies earned their 5th Big 12 championship crown, and it boosted them to the league's automatic bid.
And with that Big 12 championship, as you said, Sean, the automatic bid for the NCAA tournament, and that tournament will get started this week. 4 other Big 12 teams earned at-large spots in the 64-team field. First round play gets started this weekend, and the Aggies, a number 3 national seed, will host LSU Friday. Oklahoma State, the Big 12 regular season champs, are number 2 national seed and will be at home facing Arkansas Pine Bluff on Friday. Texas plays at South Carolina, and that match is also on Friday. Baylor made the field for the first time since 1999 and will host Texas State on Saturday. And Kansas is in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2008, and they will host Georgia on Sunday.
Congratulations to those 5 Big 12 soccer teams. Now on to North American football. Iowa State and Oklahoma have the week off, but we have 4 other league contests to give us an exciting week in football. Wendell, tell us about the 2 that you have on your radar.
Well, Oklahoma State has moved up to number 2 in the BCS standings, and they will try to win their 10th consecutive road game when they travel to Lubbock to play Texas Tech. The Cowboys will be playing in Lubbock for the 2nd straight year after winning their last season for the first time since 1944. Oklahoma State leads the Big 12 in passing offense and scoring offense and will be facing a Texas Tech team that has allowed a total of 93 points in its last 2 games, and the Red Raiders have lost 4 of their last 5. Texas A&M travels to Kansas State, 2 teams that have each lost their last 2 games. The Aggies followed a 3-game winning streak with losses to Missouri and Oklahoma, while the Wildcats saw their undefeated start end with losses in which they allowed a total of 110 points. Texas A&M will be without leading rusher Kristen Michael, who is out for the season with a torn ACL. Kansas State quarterback Colin Klein is averaging 100 yards rushing per game and has 19 rushing touchdowns. He had a career-high 231 yards passing in Saturday's loss at Oklahoma State. Those are 2 of the 4 games this Saturday. Here's a complete look at the schedule. As we mentioned, Oklahoma State is at Texas Tech. Texas A&M will travel to Manhattan to face Kansas State. Baylor will also be in the Sunflower State and play Kansas. And Texas will be at Missouri.
Definitely a unique schedule in the Big 12 this week, as all 4 football games are in the afternoon. We'll have you done by dinner time if you're watching Big 12 games this week. Wendell, it's time for your world-famous shout-outs. Who's making headlines this week?
Well, as you mentioned, we're in the middle of football season in the last month, but we also got NCAA soccer tournament, which we talked about earlier in the show. NCAA regional cross-country meets are this weekend, and it's the start of basketball season. Texas A&M got the men's season started Wednesday night when they faced Liberty in the 2K Sports Classic, and everyone else gets cranked up this weekend. All of the Big 12 women's teams get started this weekend, and the top games will be 5th-ranked Stanford at number 20 Texas, and top-ranked Baylor gets started in the preseason WNIT by hosting Howard. And now for the second shout-out, congratulations to Team Kreckler. Missouri volleyball coach Wayne Kreckler recorded the 400th victory of his career last week. And earlier in the week, he and his wife Susan, who is the team's director of volleyball and the Tigers' former coach, combined for their 750th victory as volleyball coaches. And for the final shout-out, Baylor announced a proposal to build an on-campus football stadium. The Bears have played off-campus since 1936. Baylor released an architectural rendering of an on-campus riverfront football stadium that would seat nearly 50,000. This project is another indication that Big 12 schools are committed to having some of the finest facilities in the country.
It seems that a lot of focus in today's college athletics world is about having those new facilities. Well, I guess that means we might have to upgrade the studio here.
As long as they don't want to upgrade the host, I think we're okay.
All right, but for this week, he's Wendell Barnhouse. I'm Sean Dory. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next week on the Big 12 Report, presented by Dr. Pepper.